New cars are not for everyone, so sometimes we have to explore the used market to accommodate those who just want to buy cheap cars cash. People often DM me and be like, "Hi Muzi, hope you're well. I like your content and need advice. I have 100,000 rands in cash and I've been looking for a car for 2 weeks now with no success. What would be your recommendations, please? I'm a first-time car buyer, mother of 2 based in the north of Joburg, looking for a hatchback. Thank you." Some need help with their car loan contracts and I always assist. But sadly, I can't save everyone. So I was in Jozi with MrHowMuch a couple of weeks ago and we decided to drive to WeBuyCars looking for 10 used cars you can get for 350,000 rands or less. I'll only cover 5 cars and MrHowMuch will cover the remaining 5 on his channel. To make this video more realistic, I'll be recommending cars I wouldn't mind buying with my own money. Because it's very easy to go online and say, yeah, with a budget of 300,000 rands, I'll go for a Golf 7R. But in real life, you know very well you won't do that with real money. The first car on my list is for those with a budget of 100,000 rands or less, and it's a 2002 Toyota Corolla with a mileage of 83,000 kilometers, going for 77,900. If you want to buy this car, you should at least have around 90,000 rands. 77k for the car, and you'll use the change for emergency repairs and sorting out wear and tear components. People often say, yeah, all cars are problematic because you spend more money on maintenance, wara, so it's better to just take a loan and buy a brand new car. That's a narrow-minded approach because fully paid all cars don't break down every month. But with a car loan, if your installment is 7,000 rands, we are forced to pay the 7,000 every month, otherwise your car will be repossessed. With fully paid cheap cars, there's no pressure. If your car breaks down, and save up for repairs. Also, insurance for all cars is quite cheap. In some cases, you don't even need comprehensive insurance. You can so much just get third-party cover just in case you bump a G-Wagon or Range Rover. You'd probably spend less than 200 rands on insurance. If anything happens to your car, it's that simple.
I'm trading in my Fiesta, my friend. Can't you get power point?
Second car on my list is this VW Jetta TDI with over 200,000 kilometers on the clock and it still looks fresh. I know most people are scared of high mileage cars, but for me high mileage is a sign of reliability. Because if the car wasn't reliable, it was not going to make it to 200,000 kilometers. You can get this Jetta for around 100,000 rands and I think it's a decent option if you are looking for a high mileage used car. And if you don't mind changing gears yourself, go for the manual to avoid DSG problems. The dome is full of cars, but it's not cars I would buy with my own money. Car number 3 is this Hyundai i20. It has 71,900 kilometers on the clock and it's going for 169,900. The cheapest brand new car in SA is the Suzuki Espresso at 175,000 rands. With Espresso money, you can get yourself this i20 and go home with 5,000 rands change for some spray paint. If you want the new i20 model, you'll pay around 220,000 rands. And this 2012 model is going for, wait for it, 127,900 South African rands. I mean, I'll just give them 120 on the dot, take it or leave it. So we've covered 3 cars so far and we're left with only 2. My next recommendation is the most underrated car in SA, and no, it's not a BMW. The next car you should buy is Prado. I'm joking, my next recommendation is the current generation Toyota Corolla sedan. I'm not sure why this car is overlooked because to me it seems like a great package. The example we are looking at is the 1.8 XX model with 32,000 kilometers on the clock going for 330,900. For that amount, I'd go for the 2-liter XR variant, not the 1.8 XS. I also like the Mazda 3 sedan 2-liter Astina, but it's very scarce because Mazda SA chopped it. After the high mileage BMW, I wanna try my luck on a Lexus IS350 F Sport, but that's a topic for another day. Regarding the Corolla, if you are not a sedan fan, you can get a low mileage Corolla Cross for less than 350,000 rands. The last car on my list is a stylish German machine for the fearless gang, BMW 220D. Unfortunately, this one is already sold. And yes, a car must have photos, but in the used market you can't be too picky. You have to work with what you have. I'm not really a fan of the E93 series, but I settled for it and I'm happy. It's very difficult to find a car in the used market if you are looking for something specific. In some cases, the car you really want might be in Cape Town and when now you are in Libwa home. With a budget of up to 350,000 rands, you can get nice 220Ds. And if you think used cars are a dizzy idea, here's a nice scenario for you. A Honda Civic RS costs 725,000 rands brand new and it's a 1.5 litre CVT. So if you finance a 725,000 rands car for 5 years with no deposit and no balloon payment at an interest rate of, let's say, maybe 12%, you are looking at a monthly installment of around 16,223 rands. The clean Civic RS we are looking at right now has a mileage of around 22,000 kilometers and is going for 467,900. On finance, you are looking at an installment of around 10,500. If you finance it for 5 years at 12% with no deposit and no balloon payment. So if you opt for this used model instead of a new one, you'd save close to 6,000 rands per month for 5 years. And that's the beauty of used cars. It's the same story with the Honda Civic Type R. A brand new one costs 1 million rands and some change, while in the used market you can get a Honda Civic Type R with only 1,500 kilometers on the clock for around 850,000 rands. The tricky part is that used cars don't fall from the sky. Someone has to buy the car new. Don't Sambo Muzi WeBuyCars with more than 200,000 kilometers on the clock. Buying a used car is not an easy task, especially for first-time buyers, because sometimes you don't even know where to start or which dealer to trust. The dome is full of cars, but if you don't know what you are doing, it's easy to just browse and go home empty-handed. If you are a chancer, you may end up buying a scrap. My video ends here. Check out MrHowMuch for the second part of the story. Now we are looking at MrHowMuch driving my car. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more car content in a Mzansi context.